Oh, my shit. You already know what I do, man. Subscribe to the channel. This is King Me. You know what? You know me. I used to box back in the day, Southpaw, Golden Gloves. I love boxing. I wish these kids would come back out, but they love shooting with their eyes closed out here. That's all they do. Well, half of them used to fight with their eyes closed, half of them too. So they just went on and just, graduated to shooting guns with they, weirdos, man. But growing up, I had some real good partners, some good friends, and we all went to that boxing league, protected ourselves. I mean, we went to school, man. It was nothing, defending ourselves was nothing to us. I love it. Still remember them days, man, just protecting myself. Or, somebody trying to get at me and I had to protect myself, man. 'Cause you got to protect yourself out here nowadays, man. I'm telling y'all. You got to protect yourself. And as far as like all this gun control, this is not about that. This video right now is epic because, it brings me back to my day when I grew up. We went out in the yard, man. Somebody had a problem. You got a problem? Come on, let's go. And I'm telling you, wasn't no running. The guy, and we had a lot of heart back in them days because somebody, they didn't do all that running. They ain't go get a gun. They ain't do none of that. You might hear a couple of little stabbings and stuff like that. But, when I was in my teenage years and all the way through, probably like in my 20s, that's when it got a little, gun play. But like when I was growing up, like these guys and all in Chicago doing all that shooting up, these guys ain't never have them, ain't over 21. And we was young, but we used to box, man, growing up. We used to box for real. You get your ass whooped, take it on, you do what you got to do, and you get up from it. You make it. You still have another day, You still have another day. You still get to live, And sometimes when you get into it with somebody, man, for real, because I had some partners, man, we got into it, and afterwards, we were friends. We became good friends. You know what I mean? So I definitely cherish some of their moments, for real. And I wouldn't take nothing back. I wouldn't take none of that back. So let me get into it, though. One of my favorite boxing matches of all times, it's on the top 3. I have to say, I like Ali versus Ken Norton. That was one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites. I'm going to give you that one. It's going to be a part 1 of this, though. But, yeah. Make sure y'all comment and share, man. And make sure y'all let me know in the comments which one do y'all think, is the best boxing match y'all think is one of the epic ones. Because I go with matches because there's always a lot of boxing matches. Ali had a lot of them. It's a couple of them on here that I like. I'm going to give you some. But today, right now, that's one. I'm going to give you that one. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I picked that one out. Here's the reason why. I picked that one out because Ali and Ken Norton, one was the greatest. One was like supposed to have been the best of the best, and which he is, always will be. And that's Ali. And he was fighting an underdog, a guy that they felt like was, probably not even the best, position to fight him, He was an underdog. He was looked at upon like, nah, he can get Frazier or something, He can't get Ali. Ali had a lot of support on this fight, though. So they fought 2 times. Let me tell you something, man. Ken Norton beat the hell out of Ali, man, in this, man. I'm going to tell you, watch the fight, man. Watch the fight, 1973. I'm telling you. Ali wasn't prepared for that one. He wasn't prepared for that first one. I'm telling you now. He was prepared for that second one. And that lets you know about boxing. You see how he came in the second one and he won that one? Because you know why? Because he really thoroughly did his training and did what he had to do to win that. He probably, he usually probably trained and ran every day, 7 days. He probably trained and did it for 4 days. Or maybe he just said, hey, I'm going to do a week. I don't need to train. This guy is nothing. You never estimate your enemy. Never estimate somebody that you fight, man. Never estimate nobody. I'm telling you, man. And that right there let me know right there that Ken Norton, really good fighter, man. I seen him. He was jabbing good. He had a good left on him. Another thing about fighting, he found out Ali's weakness. He found out the strategy Ali used. Anybody that boxed would know this about boxing, that another boxer, we always try to make sure we can kind of check they rhythm out, check what they got going on. We do that. And Norton, as you can see, As you can see, he found the twitch. He found Ali's little twitch, man. It's like this, man. Every time Ali jabbed, he made a twitch. And Ken Norton went for it. He picked him up probably third round. He broke his jaw too. Broke his jaw, like what, ninth round, 10th round? I mean, he kept him he kept him by the ropes too, man. Like I'm telling you, boxing is a strategy. That's why Mayweather's undefeated. That's why he's one of the best boxers. A lot of people, he run away from people. He's an offense fighter. You know what I'm saying? Well, defense. Well, both really. But I have to say, morally, he's a defense fighter. Every time you pass one out, I mean, he's gonna go off your mistake. But he was a thinker too. He was a thinker. He always went off your mistakes, man. Or you got to be, and when you defense thinker, I mean, you do have to be on your toes on that because you got to go off on what your opponent's doing. And some guys, they get caught up in the moment. They be like, oh, well, he's a lefty, so they're going to stay on the lefty. A lot of these guys are even-handed, man. I fought a couple guys, they can fight with both hands. Me too. I'm one. I'm left-handed, but I fight with both. And I'm telling you, when you get in the ring with somebody and they fight with both, I mean, you really going to have to take some precautions because your whole training was probably just, to fight a right-hand guy. You didn't really take them other training. Now they doing that now, but I'm just saying, like, boxing is just, it's like chess, man. Yeah, you go in there and play checkers if you want to, man. Like this what happened to Ali. Got that jaw broke. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Ali a strong individual, man. Guy broke his jaw. He still went out there. And I'm going to tell you, he knew it was broke. He knew. I seen the interview. He said right when he hit him, he said he heard it snap. He heard it. He couldn't move his mouth. Another thing about it is, Ken Norton, he hit him with that vicious left and broke his jaw, but it was morely because he was talking. That's what Ken Norton said in the interview. Look this shit up, man. Shit is good, man. This shit is epic. One of my favorite matches, man. Subscribe to the channel. This is Kimi. I'm going to get on out of here, man. I just want to bring that back and let you know which one was my favorite, man. I'm going to do these on Mondays and Fridays. I'm going to give you some, I catch you on Good Friday and stuff like that. Today was just on deeply mode. I just want to let you know that I was sitting there watching some boxing. And I'm like, let me tell these guys, man, who my favorite, one of my favorite. I like a lot of them. I'm going to give you too many of them, but I do have to say, I'll give you one more. I ain't going to lie, I'll give you one more. I ain't going to give you the match. I'll give you the match next time. Subscribe to the channel. This is King. One of my other favorite boxers was Frazier. And Frazier, that's another one because Frazier beat Ali. Everybody that I like beat Ali, but it was the thing about beating Ali is the reason why he was the greatest, but the reason why them other guys was on the top list of being the greatest and good boxers, because Frazier, he was morally a defense fighter. He went off of your mistakes. But another thing about him was he knew how to edge you back. He knew how to put pressure on you. And he had another thing where he bobbed his head a lot, so you didn't really know where he was coming at. He used to tear them ribs up too. Another thing about Frazier I like, because I used to do that too. If you was real fast, maneuver, I make sure if I want to slow you down, I'm gonna get them ribs, man. The best way to get somebody's ribs, tear them up. Tear them up. Make sure, hey, fake like you gonna go up and just go right for their ribs, nigga. Tear them ribs, nigga. I'm talking about, I'm like, hey, they ain't gonna be able to breathe. They damn near have an asthma attack, a heart attack out there, because you hit the person the wrong way. You see a lot of boxing matches, they do that. But go up. He put his hands up. One dude said, bah, 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 ha! And he hit him right in that thing. You see him just go down. You ever see the boxing matches? You don't see nothing else. You don't see him buckle. Some of them be buckling. They do the buckle with their legs, looking like Bojangles and shit. But I'm talking about when they get hit, them rib shots. You hit a nigga in the rib, kidney shot. I'm telling you, man. Adios. I'm telling you. Subscribe to the channel. This is King, man. I just want to give you one of my favorite matches. But Ali, Ken Norton, check that one. Check that out, man. Check if you want to see a good boxing match. You want to see a good strategy boxing match, a real one. A real good boxing strategies where Ken Norton, you see about around the third quarter, he kind of caught on to Ali. And then Ali, check this out. He was changing his strategy up. Like, watch the boxing, man. It was one of the best boxing matches in the world because you seen two boxers playing chess. Obviously, Ken Norton, he said checkmate, for real. But they battled again. But I'm just letting you know, don't never estimate nobody. Because you just never know how somebody else is coming. That Ken Norton, I'm telling you right now, he went for business. He went for war. He went for blood, man. He went for all the angles, man. That was war for him. And he got that. Broke his jaw, tore him up, man. Yeah, I mean, it was like he was beating up Ali like he was like a nigga on the liquor store. Like, you know, you a nigga on the street. Like, you just coming out and you see them niggas over there fighting over something. Like, he was just beating them up like that, man. Like, every time he was coming out trying to twitch and do anything, he caught him. And what it was Ken, he was catching him. What it was Ken was blocking where Ali was twitching at because he knew where that was coming. So when he threw the jab, he was blocking at the same time and hitting him. So it's like Ali was getting like that. Every time he threw a punch, he was kind of like he was getting his own self punched back off of his mistake. So you got to think every time and Ali, you got to mind you, Ali threw punches, man. He'll hit you in the mouth about 20 times in 30 seconds. That's how fast he moved. That's how fast he go at it. I'm telling you, and he be dancing on your ass. But I'm telling you, Ken Norton, man, he blocked that fucking ring off. He blocked the ring off, and he was just kept him by them walls. He kept him by the ropes. Kept him in the corner. You know, catching him. Nigga. Catch it though. Catch it though. So hey, man, subscribe to my dude Nina Boy, man. He's a good guy. I've been getting a lot of good supporters on here, and I appreciate everybody, all their feedback on here. So, you know, hey, y'all want to get a good boxing match and just want to relax and just see some good epic fighting and good strategies. You know, not just a real quick match like a KO, but a real good epic match. Go look at that, man. Muhammad Ali versus Ken Norton. Preferably type in part 1, you know, the first one. And just look at it, man. Type in, man, Ken Norton broke Ali's jaw. Look up that interview and look how Ken Norton talked. He was really good on telling strategies and shit like that and the reason why it happened. So, hey, I appreciate everybody watching. Hey, subscribe to the channel, man. Hey, good looking, man. This is Kimi. Yee!